Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Best English Podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today. I'm Olivia.
And I'm James. We are really excited to help you practice real, everyday English.
Before we start, we have a quick request. If you like our podcast and want to learn more English with us, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us.
Yes, it helps us reach more English learners just like you. And don't forget to like this video too. Okay, Olivia, are you ready for today's topic?
Oh, I am so ready. Actually, James, can I be honest with you?
Of course. What is on your mind?
I am a little bit tired today. Honestly, I didn't sleep well last night.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Why couldn't you sleep? Were you too hot, too cold?
No, nothing like that. It was my brain. It just wouldn't turn off. I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about everything.
Wait, let me guess. Were you worrying about that meeting you have next week?
Yes. How did you know?
Because I do the exact same thing. It's like a movie playing in your head, right? You imagine everything that could go wrong.
Exactly. I kept thinking, what if I forget my words? What if I look unprofessional? What if... it was exhausting.
That sounds really tough. And funnily enough, that leads us perfectly to our topic today.
It really does. Today, we are going to talk about overthinking and inner peace. We will learn how to talk about our worries in English and, most importantly, how to find some calm.
This is a big topic. Everyone does it. But first, let's start simple. Olivia, what does overthinking actually mean?
Great question. Overthinking is when you think about something too much.
And it's not just thinking, it's thinking about the same thing again and again in a circle.
Yes, like a song stuck in your head, but instead of a nice song, it's a worry. It just plays on repeat. You analyze every little detail.
Exactly. And analyze is a good word. It means to examine something closely. When we overthink, we examine a problem too much.
Right. Thinking is usually good. We need to think to solve problems. But with overthinking, you don't solve anything. You just feel more stressed.
It's like a car wheel spinning in the mud. The engine's running, the wheels are turning, but the car isn't moving.
That is a perfect image. You are using a lot of energy, but you are staying in the same place. So, listeners, ask yourself, do you do this?
I know I do. Olivia, what are some signs? How do we know if we are overthinking?
Well, one big sign is replaying the past. Do you ever have a conversation with someone and then later you're in the shower and you think, oh, I should have said this. Why did I say that?
Oh, all the time. It's called a shower argument. You argue with someone in your head even though the real conversation happened hours ago.
Yes, that is overthinking. Another sign is worrying about the future constantly, asking, what if all the time?
What if I fail? What if I lose my job? What if I get sick?
Exactly. And a third sign is trouble making decisions.
This is called analysis paralysis.
Ooh, say that again. That is a great phrase.
Analysis paralysis.
Analysis is thinking deeply. Paralysis is when you cannot move. So analysis paralysis means you think so much that you cannot move forward. You cannot decide.
Precisely. You look at every option, every possibility, until you're frozen. You're too scared to choose anything.
And finally, there is the physical sign. You feel tired. Mental exhaustion is real.
It is. Your brain uses a lot of energy when it's worrying. So even if you didn't go to the gym, you feel drained. You feel tired because your brain ran a marathon.
So, listeners, do any of these sound like you? The replaying past events, the what if questions, the difficulty deciding, or the tiredness?
If you said yes, don't worry, you're not alone. James and I both do this too. So why do we do it? Why do we overthink?
I think one big reason is fear. We're afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, we want to be perfect. We think, if I think about this enough, maybe I can prevent a mistake.
But the problem is, we can't prevent everything. Perfection is impossible.
Right. Another reason is past experiences. If something bad happened before, we worry it will happen again.
That makes sense. Our brain tries to protect us. It's trying to say, hey, watch out. Remember last time?
But sometimes it works too hard. It sees danger everywhere, even when there is no danger.
Exactly. Sometimes we overthink because we care too much. If you don't care about your job, you won't worry about the meeting.
That's a good point. Caring is good, but too much worry isn't helpful. It's about finding balance.
So, let's get personal. Bolivia, you mentioned your sleepless night. Let's talk about that more. What happened in your head?
Well, I was lying in bed and suddenly I remembered an email I sent 3 days ago.
Just one email?
No, of course not. That's how it starts. I thought, did I sound rude in that email? Maybe I should have used a different word. And then I thought, what if the person is angry at me?
And then?
Then I started thinking about my presentation next week. What if the technology breaks? What if everyone looks bored? I spent 2 hours imagining disasters.
2 hours? That is a long time to suffer.
It was. And you know what? The next morning I checked my email, the person replied and was perfectly happy. No problem at all.
Exactly. All that worry was for nothing. It was imaginary. We create problems that don't exist.
It's funny, isn't it? Our imagination is amazing. We can create whole worlds in our heads, but we use it to scare ourselves.
That is the inner peace part of our topic. How do we stop this? How do we find peace?
I need help with this. James, give us some strategies. How can we stop the loop?
Okay, the first strategy is simple but powerful. Awareness. You have to notice that you are doing it.
So, catching yourself, realizing, oh, I am overthinking right now.
Yes, you can't stop a habit if you don't know you are doing it. So stop and say, I am stuck in a loop.
Okay, I'm aware. I know I'm overthinking. What next?
Next, try the worry window.
The worry window, what is that?
It means you set a specific time to worry. For example, you say, from 5 p.m. to 5:15 p.m., I will worry.
So I can worry, but only for 15 minutes.
Exactly. If a worry comes into your head at 10 a.m., you tell yourself, not now. I will worry about this at 5.
That's interesting. It puts you in control. You're the boss of your worry.
Right. And often when 5 p.m. comes, you don't even want to worry anymore. The feeling is past.
I like that. What else?
Another great tool is writing it down.
Journaling?
Yes, when the thoughts are spinning in your head, they feel huge and scary. But when you write them on paper, they become just words.
They make them smaller.
Exactly. You can see them. You can ask, is this true? Is this likely to happen?
I have a notebook by my bed. Sometimes I write things down just so I can forget them and sleep.
That is a great tip. It tells your brain, it is safe now. I have written it down. I don't need to remember it anymore.
What about distraction? Sometimes I just want to stop thinking.
Distraction is powerful, but choose the right distraction. Don't just look at your phone. That can make anxiety worse.
Good point. Scrolling social media often makes me feel worse.
Instead, move your body. Go for a walk. Clean the kitchen. Do some yoga.
Moving your body helps your mind relax.
Yes, it changes your focus. You have to pay attention to what you are doing so your brain can't worry.
Okay, let's talk about mindfulness. I hear this word a lot. What does it mean for overthinkers?
Mindfulness is simply being in the present moment.
Not the past, not the future, just now.
Exactly. When we overthink, we are usually in the past or the future. We are never here. But right now, in this moment, are you safe?
Yes, I'm sitting in a chair, I'm talking to you, I'm safe.
That is mindfulness. It brings you back to reality. There's a famous technique called 5-4-3-2-1. It's amazing for anxiety.
Oh, I know this one. It uses your senses. Can we teach it to the listeners?
Let's do it. Listeners, if you're feeling anxious or overthinking right now, pause. Look around.
First, name 5 things you can see. I see a microphone, a water bottle, my notebook, a plant, and a lamp.
Good. Now name 4 things you can touch. I feel my headphones, the table, my shirt, and my feet on the floor.
Next, 3 things you can hear. I hear the air conditioning, your voice, and a car outside.
Now 2 things you can smell. I smell coffee and maybe a little dust.
And finally, 1 thing you can taste. I taste my tea.
And just like that, you're back. You're in the room. You aren't worrying about tomorrow. You're focusing on your senses.
That is so cool. It really works. It forces the brain to stop the worry loop and focus on data, what you see and hear.
It is like a reset button for the brain.
James, sometimes I try to solve my overthinking by thinking more. Does that work?
No, that usually makes it worse. There is a phrase, thinking is not doing.
Oh, that is powerful. Explain that.
We often overthink because we are scared to take action. We think, I need to plan everything before I start, but you can't plan for everything.
So we should just do something?
Yes, action is the enemy of overthinking. If you're worried about an email, send the email. If you're worried about a test, study for 10 minutes.
Take one small step.
Exactly. Break big tasks into tiny steps. Don't think about the whole mountain. Just think about the first step.
Progress, not perfection. I love that saying.
Yes, perfection creates fear. Progress creates confidence.
Let's talk about another important part, self-compassion, being kind to yourself.
This is huge. When we overthink, we often judge ourselves. We think, why am I so stupid? Why can't I just relax?
We bully ourselves, and that adds a second layer of pain. First, we have the worry, then we have the guilt about the worry.
Right. Instead, treat yourself like a friend. If your friend was worried, what would you say?
I would say, it's okay, you're doing your best. Take a breath.
So, say that to yourself. It's okay. I'm human. Everyone worries sometimes.
It's normal. We are not broken.
Exactly. We need to have patience with our own minds.
James, let's teach some useful English phrases for this topic. Listeners, grab a pen if you can. Let's practice how to talk about overthinking.
Okay, first phrase. I can't stop thinking about,
I can't stop thinking about my job interview.
or I can't stop thinking about that movie. It means it is stuck in your head.
Next one, my mind is racing.
Racing means running very fast. I couldn't sleep because my mind was racing.
Good one. Here's a common phrase, I'm overthinking this.
This is good when you want to admit it. I know I'm overthinking this, but I'm scared.
It shows self-awareness. How about, I need to get out of my head?
I love that phrase. In my head means trapped in my thoughts. Out of my head means back in the real world. Let's go for a walk. I need to get out of my head.
And one more, it is what it is.
Ah, the acceptance phrase. This helps when you cannot control the situation. I can't change the weather. It is what it is.
Or, I made a mistake, it is what it is. I can't change it now. Let's talk about thinking traps. These are tricks our brains play on us.
Ooh, this is interesting. What is the first trap?
The first is catastrophizing.
That's a big word. Break it down for us.
Catastrophe means a disaster. Catastrophizing means you imagine the worst possible outcome. You turn a small problem into a huge disaster.
For example, I made a typo in my email. My boss will fire me. I will lose my house.
Yes, that is a huge jump. A typo is not a disaster.
Another trap is mind reading.
This is when you think you know what people are thinking, but you have no evidence.
He didn't say hello to me. He must hate me.
Maybe he just didn't see you. Maybe he was thinking about his lunch. We are not mind readers. We don't know.
The third trap is black and white thinking.
This means you see things as only good or bad, no middle ground. If I don't get an A on the test, I'm a total failure.
But life is usually gray. It's usually in the middle. Getting a B is not a failure.
Recognizing these traps helps us escape them. When you think, he hates me, stop and ask, is that true, or am I mind reading?
Be a detective for your own thoughts. I like that, a thought detective.
James, let's go back to the nighttime. Many of our listeners tell us they overthink when they try to sleep.
The midnight spiral.
Yes, it's the worst. You're tired, you want to sleep, but your brain decides it's time to plan your entire life.
Or remind you of that embarrassing thing you did in high school 10 years ago.
Why does it happen?
Because during the day, we are busy. We don't have time to think. When we lie down and get quiet, the thoughts come out.
So, what can we do?
We mentioned keeping a notebook. That helps. Also, have a bedtime routine.
Like a child?
Exactly like a child. We teach children to brush their teeth and read a story to calm down. Adults need that too. Do the same things every night. It tells your brain sleep is coming.
What about screens? Phones?
Put the phone away. The blue light tricks your brain into thinking it is daytime. Read a book, a paper book, not a tablet.
What if you really can't sleep?
If you are tossing and turning for 20 minutes, get up.
Get up? Why?
If you stay in bed, your brain learns bed equals worrying place. You need to break that connection. Get up, go to another room, do something boring, and then try again.
That makes sense. Don't fight it too hard.
Let's touch on helping others. What if our friend is overthinking? How can we help them in English?
First, just listen. Don't judge. Let them talk.
Don't say, stop worrying. That never works.
No, that is annoying. Instead, validate their feelings. Say, that sounds really stressful.
Or, I can see why you are worried.
Then ask gentle questions. What is the worst that could happen?
Or, is there anything you can do about it right now?
Sometimes just being there is enough. Just saying, I'm here for you.
Connection is medicine. We need each other. We are social creatures.
And if the overthinking is very, very bad, affecting their life every day,
Then suggest professional help, a therapist or counselor.
there is no shame in that. It's actually very smart and brave.
Taking care of your mental health is just as important as going to the doctor for a broken arm.
Absolutely. Okay, James, let's review some vocabulary. We used many good words today.
Let's do it.
Word number 1, overthink. To think too much about something.
Don't overthink the answer. Just choose A or B.
Word number 2, anxiety. A feeling of worry or fear.
I have anxiety about flying on planes.
Word number 3, distract. To take attention away.
I watched a movie to distract myself from the pain.
Word number 4, mindful. Being aware of the present moment.
Be mindful of your breathing. Take deep breaths.
Word number 5, ruminate. This is a fancy word for overthinking. It means to think deeply about something, usually negative.
He ruminated on his mistake for weeks.
And finally, word number 6, peace. A state of calm.
I want to find inner peace.
Wonderful. Listeners, try to use these words this week.
Now we have a question for you.
This is the part where we want to hear from you.
Our question today is, what is one thing you do to find peace when you are stressed?
Maybe you listen to music, maybe you cook, maybe you talk to a friend.
Write your answer in the comments below. We read every single comment and we love learning about your habits.
Yes, your tips might help another listener.
This was such a meaningful conversation, Olivia. I feel calmer already.
Me too. It's good to know that we all struggle sometimes. It makes us feel less alone.
Remember, listeners, it's okay to not be okay sometimes, but don't let your thoughts control you. You control your thoughts.
Be kind to yourself. Take a deep breath and remember, you're doing great.
Thank you so much for listening to the Best English Podcast. We appreciate you.
If you like this episode, please share it with a friend who needs some English practice or some inner peace.
And subscribe. We have new episodes every week.
All right, everyone. Take care of your minds and keep practicing.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.